Hello everyone, this is going to be a quick video just about the whole issue that I'm always seeing every day, pretty much, with subscriptions, where people are always complaining about how they didn't see videos in the feed. It's been an issue for like a year or 2 years, I don't know. I've just seen people complaining about this over and over again, and I assumed everyone would find the solution that I have, but they didn't. And the solution I've got is one I've been using for much longer than the issue has existed. So what I do is quite simple. And this method for me, this ensures that I always see every single video that someone uploads. And even if the video gets taken down, I still have a link to it. And it also means that, I don't have to rely on algorithms. I have my own unfiltered feed. The only downside I've had is the fact that there is a bit of a delay. And that is the very old-fashioned method of using RSS feeds. Now, back in the day with blogs and news sites, RSS feeds were just a basic way to have a feed from a website show up in your own little reader, similar to like your own mail inbox. And these have mostly been sort of done away with, because all these websites just have these feeds on their own websites now. Like, so Facebook has its own feed, Twitter has its own feed, and of course we all are aware of the problem with this, which is that they tailor the feed to what they want you to see, which is utterly ridiculous. So to show you what I do, I use a particular website called iknowreader.com. This isn't sponsored or anything like that. I've been using the site. It's free, and I do pay for it now, but for my own reasons. The free version is good enough. So if I'm just going to sign up to the site here. Got to think about which email of mine to use. Blank this out or something later. Actually, hold on. I know a better one. Put in my UKIP email. So, yeah, if you sign up to this website, what you'll see at the start is not much. So, okay, I've signed up now, and they've given me a whole suggestion. I'm going to skip all this because I don't like doing this. And I'll skip the tours. You can do that in your own time. So, when you sign up here, it's got a list of the articles that you've got, which is obviously blank. But what you could do with this, if you're not too technical, it's pretty simple to start. So I'm going to search here in the top left, Sargon of Akkad. And it's given me here, it's found a feed, Sargon of Akkad's YouTube channel. And there's a little icon next to each one. There's actually quite a few Sargons. So I'm just going to go with the one that's got 221 because that's probably him. So you click on that. And then I'll skip that tutorial there. And so here it's got a list of all the videos that he's uploaded. And then I'm just going to click subscribe. And I'll add a few more. So Akkad Daily is this other new channel. So that it didn't get found. It can't find Akkad Daily. And the way you get around that is you go back to YouTube. You find Akkad Daily. If you find the channel, you grab the URL from the top here. And you paste that in to the search bar. It'll come up with this here. The Akkad Daily is say found feeds. And so putting in the direct URL, it finds the feed for that channel. And so there it is again, all the feeds, and it's automatically subscribed me to that. So now what you can do is each of these videos can be marked as read. So now it says everything's been read. I can choose to see all the articles again, and I can mark them as unread or read as I want. And you can go and click on these and go through to them and watch them. But this feed is completely unfiltered. It never disappears. On my own personal feed that I've got normally, I'm seeing here I can see videos going back as far as I like. Typically, you can go back as far as when you first subscribed, but sometimes, like in this case, it'll let you go back even further than when you first subscribed. But it's quite useful. At least I know reader. I can't talk for other RSS readers. It does let me create folders. I'll just close something. Oh, right, okay. So I have to add one of my feeds first. So, I can organize my feeds and put them into folders. I've got a bit of my screen cut off there, but there is a little arrow for that. So this is a much better way than relying on YouTube subscription system. Obviously, you still should subscribe to the people on YouTube to add to their subscriber count. But one nice thing about this RSS feeder thing is you don't actually have to subscribe. So if you want to follow someone on YouTube that maybe you oppose and you don't want to actually support them by subscribing, you can use iKnowReader. You can use other RSS readers to do this for you. Back in the day, browsers used to have RSS readers built in. I remember, well, at least depends on which one you'd use. I think Firefox probably still has one. I haven't used that in a long time. And Opera definitely used to. But this is definitely much better than relying on YouTube's YouTube subscription system. I mean, YouTube can still be useful to use YouTube's to find new videos, find new people to subscribe to. But, you can kind of add anything you want from here. You can even add, if you don't want to use, you can use it for more than YouTube. You can use it for news websites like they were back in the day. So I had RSS feeds for all the major publications, New York Times, Washington Post, The Guardian, Spectator, so on. And so that allowed me for a time to figure out what sort of news was going on. Eventually it ended up too much because think about how much news is coming out of these companies. And if you are at all technical, iKnowReader itself has a lot of functionality, but I'm not going to go into their features. I'll let you figure that out for yourself. Personally, I'll say, iKnowReader is really good and does everything I want it to do. The only caveat with iKnowReader in particular is that it doesn't update. If you have a lot of feeds, it won't update them all immediately. Like some of them will be an hour, some of them will be 10-minute delay, because obviously they have so many people using the website at once that the people who are getting it for free, who aren't paying, don't get as much priority. If you do pay for the subscription service, then I think they allow some of that. They allow some, you could get more capabilities, more priority. But overall, this is really good. If you try some old browsers, or even some old, I think Thunderbird, Mozilla Thunderbird has some RSS reader functionality, potentially. I haven't used that either, but a lot of older software or like legacy software does have RSS readers, and there are competitors to iKnowReader that do the same kind of thing. I just found that this one in particular was pretty good. And honestly, this is if you ever have this problem and you ever saying to yourself, I didn't actually see that they'd uploaded this video. Well, this is what you need to check out. I don't think I've missed a single video from any of my subscriptions. Even if I choose to just leave it, I don't feel like watching, say, I've got Tim Pool, I've just added in here. If I don't feel like watching Tim Pool, I can leave these videos for months on end. This list will stay here. Just like going to their channel, obviously. I think there is a limit of a month, or actually I think it was more than, I think it was 2 months. After 2 months, you can no longer mark things as read or unread, like you do here, marking this as read and unread. So that's not great, but if it's within 2 months, you could actually tell here that which videos you have and haven't watched by which ones have been read and unread, and you can star them if you like and things like that. But that's beside the point. My point is just the fact that it's much easier to keep track of what you have and haven't watched, and to keep track of new videos that have come out, and not to miss anything using an RSS reader. And I've been doing this for, well, let's see now, 6 years roughly. I've been using this website, and I don't miss videos. I just don't. So I've never really had a problem. And it's taken me ages to make a video, but I just thought I should make this video because I still see people complaining about missing videos, and it's getting even worse now, especially with Sargon. He keeps getting demonetized and keeps creating new channels, and it's much easier to create a little folder on here called Sargon and just to add all his channels in that folder, or something like that. It's just easier to keep track of that kind of stuff. Anyway, I'll leave it there. If you've got any questions about this software or other ways to get to use RSS readers, just leave a comment down below. If you have a better way to deal with the missing subscription videos, besides clicking the little bell or whatever thing you do, let me know if you have a better solution or better suggestion. Anyway, I hope this helps you, and hopefully I'll have another video coming out soon.